Good morning, class. Today is Tuesday, March 17th, 2020, and our objective is to learn about the Circus Maximus in Rome. The activity is to solve exercises on the pages 58 and 59 of the book Shaping My Language. We are going to start with the page 58. On the upper left corner, we can find the key words, which are acrobat, auxiliary, chariot, performance, race, and spectator. Now, the exercise 1 says, read the advertisement and look at the pictures. What historical period do they refer to? Look at this advertisement. It says, come to the Circus Maximus on July 17th for exciting chariot races. This is a chariot, okay? It's like a cart where a person goes on top of it and races. Let's continue to the advertisement. It says, join 25,000 other spectators and see the opening parade, 12 chariots in every race, acrobat performances between races, and 10 incredible races. Look at this. Entrance free, doors open at 10. This is the time when it will be opened. And finally, there's a question. Do you support the reds, the blues, the yellows, or the greens? Come and cheer on your favorite team. Okay? Very good. Now, with the information we have from the exercise 1, we have to solve the exercise number 2. Let's go to these 6 sentences, one by one, and answer them. It says, answer the questions about the advertisement. Look, number 1. What do you see at the Circus Maximus? What do you see? Number 2. How many chariot teams are there? Look, we mentioned them. Number 3. How much does it cost to enter? You have to see the cost, how much money you have to pay. Number 4. What time do the doors open? All the information can be found here in the advertisement, okay? Number 5. What do you think the best performance at the Circus Maximus will be? The performance, the presentation. What will be the best presentation in the Circus Maximus? And finally, in the number 6, have you seen a circus before? Did you like it? You have to mention if you have visited a circus before, okay? Once you have finished the exercise number 2, you have to go to the exercise number 3, which says, look again at the questions you answered. Circle all the auxiliary verbs you see in them. Okay? What are the auxiliary verbs? Easy. What do you see at the Circus Maximus? In this example, the auxiliary verb is do. That's the verb you have to circle. Okay? And you have to do the same with all the sentences. Okay? In this space, you have to write a note to your best friend using hashtags. Hashtags are things that are trendy in the world, in Instagram, in Facebook, in Twitter. You can find that people use hashtags. Now you are going to write a note to your best friend using hashtags. Okay? Okay, now it's time to complete the interview between Leo, a time-traveling journalist, and a charioteer, Faustus. Use the correct auxiliary verbs. Leo says, hello, Faustus. First, let me congratulate you on your victory. It was a great competition. Faustus answers, thank you, Leo. It was really hard, a big effort on my part. Then Leo continues. Tell me, when you compete for the first time, in this line, on this blank, you have to write the correct auxiliary verb. Okay? Auxiliary verb. If you go to the right part of the book, you will be able to see some auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are verbs that can be used as auxiliaries when forming different tenses, moods, and voices of other verbs. The principal auxiliary verbs are be, do, and have. Examples. She is reading a magazine. In this example, is the auxiliary. I have traveled to Europe. Have is the auxiliary verb in this sentence. And in the number 3, she doesn't like pizza. Doesn't is the auxiliary verb in this sentence, in this expression. Okay? It continues. When asking questions, auxiliary verbs always go before the subject, but after the question word if there is one. Examples. Have you ever thought you would be so famous? Have is an auxiliary verb. Okay? Have you ever thought you would be so famous? And in the final sentence, how do you prepare before a race? So, do is another example of an auxiliary verb. So, what is the activity? You just have to look in the blanks of all the sentences like this. For example, how you prepare before a race. You have to look at this. There is another sentence. Leo has to continue talking. You ever thought you would be so famous? Okay? This sentence can be found on the right of the page. And finally, what advice you give all your fans? You just have to complete with all the necessary auxiliary verbs. Okay? This is the exercise number 4. And finally, to finish with the page 59, there is a role play with the number 5. Okay? It says, role play an interview with the class. Invent a charioteer or a gladiator from the Circus Maximus. Write 5 interview questions. One of you will be the character and the rest of you will ask questions. Share your thoughts about the interview. Who asked the best questions? In this part of the page, you have to write those questions. You are going to write 5 questions to a person, okay? Interview questions, okay? That's all you have to do. Okay, in this final part, I will give you some examples of questions, yes? For example, is it difficult to be a charioteer, for example? Okay? Are you afraid? Are you afraid of being a charioteer? Yes? Do you have to train? Do you have to train? To train? Okay? Do you consider you are strong? Are you a strong man? Are you a strong man? Okay? Are you a strong man? Let's make this more clear. Man. Okay, it's better. And finally, another question. have you killed anybody? This is a hard question, but we have to ask it because sometimes charioteer, they have to kill people. So questions like this: is it difficult to be a charioteer? Are you afraid of being a charioteer? Do you have to train to be a soldier? Are you a strong man? Have you killed anybody? These are some examples of questions you can ask, but you should invent your own questions, okay? When you arrive to school again after this recess from school, well, I know you are working at home. We are going to make the role play, okay? Some people are going to interview, are going to be the journalists, and the other are going to be the soldiers, okay? That's all for today. Thank you very much for your attention.